Hi everyone, Submer is back again for another year at Mobile World Congress, and I've managed to track down two very influential people in our company. One of our co-founders, Danny, is here. Danny, how is your mobile experience going so far this year?
The experience so far has been astonishing. It seems like everyone's back post-COVID, of course. The amount of traffic at the event, I think plus 100,000 people. And from a Submer perspective, I would say it's incredible to see the amount of interest in regards to immersion cooling, to sustainability, infrastructure sustainability. And so a very exciting event once again for us here at Submer.
I'm also joined by Peter Cooper, VP of Fluids and Chemistry, aka our smart coolant guy. Peter, what have you been up to at the booth this year?
Right, so like Danny mentioned, a lot of people this year at the booth. And one of the new things we've been doing this year, so obviously we have our tanks here that we come to with other shows, so the Smart Pod and Micropod. But in addition to that, we've also got this tank which is centered around the fluid experience. So it's a transparent tank which really demonstrates the flow of the fluid around a server that's immersed inside of it. So especially for people who aren't familiar with the technology, it's just a really neat way of showing them what immersion is.
And so, Peter, from the conversations you've been having with people that are attending the event this year and from your experience in general, what would you say are the main things people are looking for in immersion cooling coolants?
I think the number one thing is reliability. So obviously, when people go to submerge their IT hardware into these fluids, reliability is the number one question, right? And so we've done a lot of work over the last few years around proving that, in fact, when you put your IT hardware into these liquids, you actually reduce mean time between failures. All of the serviceability stuff kind of is also less of a headache because of those reduced failures. And I'd say beyond reliability, there's thermal performance as well as a hot topic recently, especially looking at the next generation of chips. So yeah, in terms of thermal performance, the ability of the fluid to dissipate heat, especially from those next generation of chips, is kind of the key, I would say.
And so, Danny, what would you say we're doing at Submer to fulfill these needs?
Yes, so as the market grows and as more and more players want to move into this new market, the immersion cooling market, we see a clear opportunity to partner with, as Peter mentioned, companies like Castrol, BP, Shell, and others that have innovative technology that can be leveraged in the market, not only from the fluid perspective, but actually also from all the energy play that feeds into the data center industry. And so our strategy is to partner and work closely with these companies to get their fluids and their awesome products and technology into the market and be the vehicle and for the Submer tanks to be the vehicle to drive those fluids into the industry.
And so, Peter, what would you say this means for our Submer portfolio?
Yeah, so the work we've been doing really over the last year or so has been about providing the customers with a fluid portfolio, which is really about letting them be able to choose the fluid that best suits their needs, right? And with these fluid partners, each of them has ambitious fluid roadmaps, and each of them is trying to cover different segments of the market, I would say. So, for example, some are targeting the high performance end, HPC types of applications. Others are going for more, I would say, TCO optimized solutions. And there are some fluids that are coming out that are maybe more ESG optimized and focused. So it's really about providing that variety to the end user.
So it looks like we have a lot of things in our pipeline. What would you say are the next steps we're going to be taking, Danny?
Yeah, so the next steps are transitioning from an industry that has been playing around with kilowatt deployments to planning and deploying at scale. So our conversations, partnerships, company structure, product offering is all being evolved to be able to support large-scale megawatt deployments. This year, if all goes to plan, we will be deploying more than 300 megawatts of immersion technology in the market, which start to be very exciting numbers. And so these partnerships are absolutely key, not just the fluid partnerships, but also the partnerships in MEP, general construction, IT, so the server vendors, silicon, etc. And our strategy is truly to accompany our customers in that journey from the kilowatt to the megawatt.
So I think we've covered everything we want to reveal so far about our fluid strategy. Thank you very much for joining me, guys. And if you want to stay up to date with our fluid endeavors, be sure to follow us on our social media channels. See you next time.
Thank you. Bye.
Submer. Data centers that make sense.